Hello, welcome to Easy English at Home YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to teach you how to talk about your habits and how often you do them. We'll start with frequency adverbs. They answer the question, how often? So, think about your habits. Something you do every day, like drink coffee, yeah? I drink coffee every day. So, it's a habit of mine. How often do you drink coffee? I always drink coffee. So, if you're doing it always, and you want to understand the meaning in percentage, let's say 100% every day. What about often? Or you can say often. Both ways are correct. What does that mean? Often means you do it not every day, but many times. So let's say 80%. What about usually? You usually do it. Slightly less than that. So 70%. Sometimes we do it. Sometimes we do it. Sometimes we don't do it. Yes? Rarely. Rarely, not very often. Yes? Not very often. So we could say 30%. Never. You don't do it. You simply don't do it. You never. So here we go. You never. You never do it. Okay, now, how do we use them in a sentence? How do we form sentences with them? Let's see. We talked about drinking coffee, yeah? I drink coffee. So, how often do you drink coffee? I always drink coffee. Let's think of another example, usually. Let's think about my brother. My brother usually smokes in the mornings, right? So, he usually smokes in the mornings. We talked about two habits. Always, usually, sometimes. I sometimes read the paper. I mean the newspaper. I sometimes read the paper. Sometimes. So not every day, but sometimes. Okay, so that's how we form sentences with frequency adverbs. And remember the question. What's the question we're focusing on? How often? How often do you drink coffee? I always drink coffee. Answering the question to that. Let's practice. Please look at the picture. This is Amy. How often does she wake up early? Always. Always, yes. So, she always wakes up early. Okay. We are speaking about Amy again. How often does she check her Facebook? What do you think? How often do you check your Facebook? So, how often does she check her Facebook? She often checks. Oops, so we need to write that. She often checks her Facebook account. Right. Tea. Drinking tea. How often does she drink tea? How often does she drink tea? She doesn't usually drink tea. She's a coffee person, so she doesn't usually drink tea. Right. What about you? What about you? Do you usually drink tea? Do you usually drink tea? I see. Now, we are going to focus on where we write the frequency adverb. So let's see. Here we have always. Here we have often. We have usually right here and another one here. Look at the sentence form. If it's a positive sentence, it comes before the verb. Always wakes up. Okay? Often checks her Facebook. So it's before the verb. Wake up, eat, drink, sleep, before the verb. If it's a negative sentence, as here, she doesn't usually drink tea, negation, the negative form comes before usually, or the frequency adverb, okay? So let's see, I don't usually drink tea. Yeah? You don't usually drink tea or coffee. So this negation comes before the frequency adverb. Now the last one, if it's a question, do you, the frequency adverb is again before the verb. Yes? Do you usually drink tea? That's it. So keep in mind, if it's a positive sentence, before the verb. If it's a question, before the verb. If there's a negative form, it comes after the negation. Here we have Alex. Hi Alex. Today we are going to ask him questions about his habits and find out how often he does certain things. Let's start. Question number 1. Alex, how often do you wake up early? Tell us. He says, usually. Wow, okay. So he usually wakes up early. Question number 2. How often do you eat chocolate? Really? He says never. Wow. He never eats chocolate. He never eats chocolate. Wow. Question number 3. How often do you go online? He says always, every day. Yeah. He always goes online. Good. Very nice. So think about yourself. What about you? Now, one last thing I want you to draw your attention to is the word never. He never eats chocolate means he doesn't eat chocolate. Okay? So, when you use the frequency adverb never, you don't say don't. So, these two sentences are the same. You can say he never eats chocolate or he doesn't eat chocolate. So, keep in mind. Let's have a look at today's keywords and phrases. How often? How often do you go online? Frequency adverbs. Always, often, usually, sometimes, rarely, never. Thank you for watching. You can find the practice files for this lesson on the link in description. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye!